You are the sweetest melody I've never sung.
Map offerings are, as the name suggests, offerings that allow you to pick a specific map to go to in Dead by Daylight. They can be countered by a sacrificial ward or by other map offerings leading to a chance of either of the maps being picked. I think even conceptually, these offerings are flawed. The realm is meant to be constant unpredictability under the rule of a malevolent eldritch being. Why would the entity allow you any amount of control over your environment, with no consequences? Obviously, approaching from a game sense, there are a bunch of achievements and challenges that are map-related. A lot of killers perform better or worse on smaller maps or indoor maps or maps with clear line of sight, so people should have the option to choose. Unfortunately, the most common use of these offerings is for survivor teams to send killers to strong survivor maps. Gideon and Badham are very survivor-sided if played correctly, and I can't tell you the amount of times I've been sent to RPD as a Billy or a Huntress or Artist. It's not impossible to win on these maps, but it sure is annoying as fuck. From a killer perspective, I don't like map offerings because I feel like it starts the game out with the wrong energy. Even seeing relatively harmless or balanced maps like Autohaven, Macmillan, and Coldwind makes me feel nervous that I'm about to go against the most competitive, aggressive team ever. Map offerings never feel like they're being used in good faith. It feels a lot better to get RPD by chance rather than for it to be chosen by your opponent. When I asked my community what they think of map offerings, the responses ranged from neutral to, when I see a map offering, I'm significantly more likely to tunnel or to play aggressively. And I kind of think that's an appropriate reaction. I see my opponent make a choice before the match that can either mildly inconvenience me or completely inconvenience me. So I mentally prepare to be less merciful, to camp or tunnel or slug. And when you mentally prepare to do something, you are that much more likely to follow through with it. A map offering at the start of the game affects how you approach the entire trial. And yes, I know sacrificial wards exist. I know these offerings are absolutely able to be countered, and I honestly don't see them that often. But I want to bring Bloodpoint offerings as a sign of good sportsmanship to my opponents or to my teammates. I bring anniversary cakes to show, hey, I don't know what's going to happen this match, but regardless, I want us all to benefit from it. And map offerings show, hey, I don't know what's going to happen in this match, so I'm going to start myself at an advantage. A lot of killers are map dependent. Killers that already perform really poorly can struggle that much more on Gideon, Badham, and the like. What's a Wraith or a Pig gonna do about the near infinite loop in Badham's school? Or about 1 billion pallets on the game? And again, these games aren't unwinnable. I just feel like these offerings lead to more aggression on both sides. And I don't know if the benefit of giving players control over the map is worth it. I don't know. I don't have a solution. All I know is when I was recording footage for this video and bringing map offerings as a survivor, I felt like an asshole. I know they're there to be used. I know that using in-game tools to your advantage is not inherently bad. Maybe I'm too casual of a player to see the merit of them. In an ideal world, I'd want them removed, but we can't. There's too many achievements that rely on you being on a specific map or realm. They clutter up the blood web and they lead to killers or survivors stacking the odds against the other side, which leads to more division. This issue does not stop with map offerings. Map balance is not enough of a priority with the developers. Every single map that has been made in the past few years has had issues. Garden of Joy's main building. Toba Landing is way too cluttered and kind of overstimulating. Eyrie of Crow's loops are a problem even after the rework. RPD is one of the most controversial maps ever. Vectum's map is gorgeous, but not super fun to play on. The new Ormond variations are way too big. Greenfield's palette choices prioritize quantity over quality. Visually, the maps are stunning. But to play on? I feel like it says a lot that arguably the most balanced map in the game was also one of the first ones. Kind of seems like the developers need to have someone on their map team that understands the fundamentals of looping and of chasing. If everything is just made to be aesthetically pleasing without balance in mind, the newer maps will just get worse and worse. Way too many factors to consider for every map to be perfectly balanced. But I feel like a little bit more effort can be put into map balance and design. Anyway, this has been my map offering rant. Let me know if y'all have any ideas or if you agree or disagree with my points. I don't know how to end this video in a cool, dynamic way.